MC Escher was a graphic designer who created mind-bending works using surreal themes that expanded the boundaries of modern art. And Paige stopped by the Arlington Museum of Art, where over 150 of his most popular masterpieces are actually on display. Take a look.
Welcome to the Arlington Museum of Art for their latest exhibit, MC Escher, Infinite Variations. This artist really does create images that really allow your eyes to play tricks, and it takes a while to absorb, but it is fascinating. And I'm excited to introduce you to Kendall Quirk with the Arlington Museum to tell us more. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me about MC Escher. For people who are not familiar with him, tell me about who he was as a man.
He was a printmaker, he was a mathematician. He really didn't consider himself a mathematician, but was so precise in the way that he did his printmaking that he's super well known for just the intricacies and detail of all of his prints now.
Well, looking closely at some of these prints, to me they almost seem like an optical illusion.
Yes.
Is that the correct term
Yes.
you use for that?
Yes, he's well known for optical illusions. He has two concepts that are really prevalent in a lot of his work, and it's infinity and perspective, and he really plays on those a lot in most of his pieces.
Well, let's talk about, specific pieces that you have here in the collection.
Yes.
Tell me about some of your favorites.
Yes, one of them is right behind me. It's called Reptiles, and this one is exactly what I was talking about with infinity and perspective. He uses this kind of basic tessellation, which he's really known for, as kind of a repeating pattern, and he uses these reptiles in this sort of basic shape, and then has them come out of the tessellation and kind of in real life. So he really plays with what you see as reality, and that's really what he's known for.
And it's not linear. It's really interesting because you really don't see a beginning and an end.
Exactly.
It really just kind of it moves your eye along the piece.
Yes, that's exactly what he wants to do, is he wants you to kind of think about this idea of infinity as something that can go on forever and never stop. So he uses that in a lot of his prints, a lot of his pieces, and he really wants people to see that these things, even though they have a constraint at the end of the paper, can really go on forever.
He was quite prolific in the 1940s. I'm curious about people's response to his artwork. Was he embraced at that time?
He was. He had a lot of people who really liked his work. In the 60s, he actually had a group of hippies that really found his work fascinating and created these blacklight posters of his work, which is really funny. He did not like the blacklight posters, but he let it continue. I think he secretly got a kick out of it. But he really was a printmaker who was ahead of his time. He used woodblock printing, he used lithographs, he used mezzotints, he used all sorts of different types of printmaking to really create these world-renowned prints that we know today.
What's another one of your favorites?
I really love one of his mezzotints. It's called Dewdrop. He didn't love the mezzotint process. He only created 8 of them, and we have 7 of the 8. And Dewdrop is another form of his perspective and infinity. It's a really, really detailed print of a leaf that he's using this water drop to magnify but also reflect what's behind him.
It's exciting how he can take these really simple ideas and create something so magnificent that it really just appears to jump off the page. That's the illusion of it all.
Exactly. He really uses the things that are around him. In a lot of his prints, he has these items that he's just pulled from his studio. So it's cool to see what he had in his environment around him and how it impacted his work.
How long will this exhibit be here?
This is here until August 3rd.
All right, we can find out more information by going to their website, and you need to come and check this out. You can stand in front of one of these prints for an hour or more and still not grasp all the intricacies that worked and that he put into his masterpieces. Thank you again very much.